Hey everybody, Rebecca here to do the January 2026 budget review. It is cold, but I have bundled up and I'm doing this outside so that you guys can have a little bit of a view. I think we could all use a little bit of nature and a little bit of peace right now. I don't know about y'all, but mentally I am struggling. I think with all the news that has happened recently, I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about, the ICE issues, the files that were released recently. It's like anytime I open up my social media now, it's just rage bait and horror after horror after horror. And y'all, I mentally need to check out. I'm trying to find like the healthy ways to deal with these types of stressors. And yeah, I just did a bit of a treadmill workout. Sorry if I'm a little bit sweaty looking. But yeah, I just end up spending as much time enjoying this peace and quiet and nature as much as I can, because that for me is balm to my soul. It's so quiet here. At the same time, I kind of almost feel guilty that I have this luxury, just the option to turn it off, to check out, to disengage. Y'all, I know like the outrage is everywhere right now. And maybe if I was younger and still had the energy to do something, I would feel compelled to take some action of some kind. But when you get older and you see the stuff that's going on right now, it's just, I don't know about y'all. I'm only speaking for myself here, but I'm just glad that I can choose to say no. I don't have to make content. I don't have to open up my social media. I do not have to engage with all of this collective trauma, honestly, that all of us are going through right now. Because let's call a spade a spade. That's what it is. If you're a decent human being and you are seeing any of these headlines and things going on right now, this is a collective trauma that we're all dealing with. Yeah, the only reason I chose to even make this video today is because it is so pretty out here right now. Barely any clouds in the sky. And I thought maybe y'all would enjoy some of that peace too. Because the world lately is just too much, and we are only 1 month in to 2026. Holy shit, right? So, anyway, that's enough of the absolute disaster that the world is right now. I don't really enjoy talking about that stuff, but neither do I want you guys to think that I'm just ignoring the elephant in the room. Like, how do you just have a normal life and not acknowledge some of the horrors that are going on right now? Like I say, if you're a decent human being, you just can't. So, yeah. Maybe now y'all start to understand why I have the hobbies that I do. You know, in my recent videos, I was talking about gaming a lot. The whole appeal for gaming for me is that mental checkout. It's escapism. And to a degree, I believe that is a healthy coping mechanism when you are faced with things like this. I mean, the escapism that I get from a video game is the same I get from reading like a fiction novel or something. Like, I love the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon, and you know, those are some long books, and you know, I can get sucked into one of those and enjoy the escapism just as much as playing a video game. So yeah, I have that, and then I have my aquarium. My fish tank is coming along. I mentioned that in the previous video and showed you guys the hardscape. I have gotten some plants in for the tank, and just to show you guys quickly how that's progressing. My goal, since I have the opportunity here to do what's called a dry start, meaning I don't have to fill the tank immediately, I can just let the plants kind of take root and get settled first. That's what I'm trying to do here. So I'm trying to carpet out all of these plants at the bottom of the tank, give them time to send out their runners underneath the substrate and kind of spread and get rooted really well before I fill the tank. That way, when I fill it, there's less likely to be what's called melt back and die off. Yeah, please ignore the Monte Carlo that was sitting on the center log here. I mean, it's still there, but it is struggling without a water column around it, and I should have known better than to try to put that on there. But you know, it is what it is. If it dies before I have the chance to fill the tank, I'll just buy some more to replace it. But the other Monte Carlo on my other piece of driftwood is doing really well, so I don't really understand what the difference was there. But yeah, for whatever reason, that centerpiece did not do well. But everything else is looking halfway decent. Some of the moss is starting to struggle too. But moss is pretty cheap in the aquarium hobby, so I can get more of that if I need to as well. And once the carpet of the aquarium is done getting rooted and growing out just a little bit, I will order the rest of the plants that I want, fix those in the tank, and then fill it up. So that's where I'm at with the aquarium. It will probably still be a month or two at the earliest before I actually have fish in there. Because once I fill the tank, I do need to run it for a while and make sure that it cycles appropriately, all the things. There's lots of water testing and stuff involved before I can actually have fish in it. And again, it's another luxury I feel like I have now, to be able to take the time to enjoy these hobbies and not feel rushed because, oh, I only have so much time off of work. I got to get XYZ done before I have to go back to work. You know, it's the nicest thing, y'all. And yeah, the fire life, I cannot recommend it enough. Again, I am lean fire, which means I have to watch my budget. And that was not my original plan. I wanted to go for traditional fire, but you know what? Time just started dragging on too long, and the cost of not being free got to be too high. I decided I would rather budget and be free than just keep working for a just-in-case type of situation. So here I am, and of course there was other factors that came into play with me deciding to fire earlier than I expected. I know most of y'all know this, have been here for a long time, but just in case you haven't, the whole reason I'm here in Sweden is because I met my husband Christopher online. We hit it off. He's a Swede, and we just decided to make it work. He is also big into the fire community, which is how we found each other. So of course we hit it off well, right? So anyway, here I am, living this life that I would have never seen coming or been able to plan for 10 years ago. Yeah. It's just funny how life works out sometimes, but I'm grateful for it. I am so grateful for it. You can't beat this, guys. Yes, it's cold. It's snowy. Truth be told, I was going to go down there to our little fishing shack and film down there for you guys so you could see a really nice view of the lake. But I didn't want to trudge through all the snow to get down there because we don't have a path clear. Sorry. I didn't want to be that adventurous today. So this is all we got. But other than that, since I put out my December budget review video so late, honestly, I put it out, a couple weeks ago? Yeah, I haven't really been up to much else beyond just working on the fish tank a little bit since that video, doing some gaming. So, yeah, with all that said, let's hop into the January 2026 budget review and see how I did. Look at us young kids getting married at the ice hotel, not knowing what we were getting into. What a good day that was. We got married in January 2023. So happy 3-year anniversary to us. This is the first anniversary since we got married that we actually got to spend it together, thanks to fire. So yeah, again, life is too short, y'all. I wanted traditional fire when I first discovered the fire movement, but now that I am fired, I very much advocate for a lean fire lifestyle if you're at all able to choose that. So anyway, let's look at the January budget here. My gloves that I'm wearing here, they are touch gloves, but it has a hard time feeling it apparently because my cursor doesn't really move. So bear with me here, y'all. Anyway, so just immediately here, y'all can see I have mentioned before that I had a goal to spend less than, at most every month in 2026, I wanted to spend at most $1,500. And I did pretty good this month. We're starting out January pretty strong, and I'm really proud of that because I did have a big extra expense that I wasn't foreseeing happening. But anyway, let's start at the top here with the income first. So I have rearranged how I have all of these categories listed, since most likely every month, hopefully every month, if I have an AdSense income, that's my YouTube income, I figure that's going to be the largest income for me every month. And you have to earn at least $100 to get a payout from YouTube. Now, with me making videos as infrequently as I do, it's very likely that that will stop. But you know what? That's okay. Maybe it'll be every other month. We'll see. I'll show you guys what I earn, when I earn it, and down here in the F column, we keep track of the year-to-date totals for all of these things. So I got a YouTube payout of $140.40 in January. Cash interest on the cash just sitting in my brokerage account, 60 cents for January. Bond interest for the bonds that I have was $25 or $26.52. I did get a little bit of options premium this month, $316.81. And I always cash out my credit card rewards at the end of the month when I get through spending what I'm going to spend. I cash those out, and those were $23.12. And I actually got an Amazon affiliate payout this month. Who knew, right? I never talk about being an Amazon affiliate. Yes, I do have some Amazon affiliate links down in the description box below. If you're interested in the FIRE movement, I always have some books that I personally enjoy on the FIRE movement link down there. So for those of you that use those links and end up making your Amazon purchase through my Amazon affiliate, thank you. I was so shocked that I actually had an Amazon affiliate payout. I get one maybe once every 18 months, probably. You have to have at least a $10 threshold for Amazon to pay you out. So yeah, when I got $12.81 this month, that was a surprise. So yeah, you don't really earn much as an Amazon affiliate, especially when your channel is as small as mine. But I appreciate you if you're using my Amazon affiliate links. And as far as the other income goes here, okay, I have to click on that because I make notes. I always forget. So, oh, yes, I sent back an extra bag of the substrate for the aquarium that I ended up not needing. That was about $50. And my refund, partial refund, for the vacuum cleaner that I bought came through, and that was like the rest of this, basically. So total income for the month is $694.65. Looking at my spending, which is very short these days. If you are new here and this happens to be your first budget with me, we have no mortgage on this house here, which is nice. And Christopher, my husband, pays for the utilities and for our phone bill. So really the only bills that I have every month are what I spend on my own personal miscellaneous spending. I keep track separately of medications, vitamins, and protein for me because that's a pretty big expense every year that I end up spending on that. And then anything that I buy food and household wise when we go grocery shopping, which includes things for the pets. We have an Irish Wolfhound and 2 cats, so no kids. But I do pay for the pet expenses most of the time. But Christopher will pick up a bag of litter or a bag of cat food and dog food here and there too. So anyway, in total this month for my spending, I spent $640.82 on food and household stuff. And for meds, vitamins, and protein, I did get my very first thyroid medicine prescription fill here. So that worked out nicely. I didn't even have to see the doctor, actually. It was interesting. I just sent a message through the Swedish site here for healthcare. And basically the center where I go to, the Vård Central is what it's called, they just forwarded the message along to one of their providers, and they were like, oh, okay, you're on this dose of medicine for your thyroid issues. We'll recheck your blood work to make sure the dose is good. They did that. The dose is good. And they're continuing the prescription for me. So easy peasy. But actually, I don't remember exactly how much the thyroid medicine was. It wasn't very much. Most of this $37.79 was actually some probiotics that I bought at the same time. So lastly, that leaves the personal and miscellaneous, which is pretty big this month. So $200 of this, let me bring up the notes for that. $200 of it was a bread machine. So the bread machine that I had broke, and the bread machine I had, I spent $100 on Amazon. And considering that I had only had it for 6 months, roughly, I decided to get one that was higher reviewed, but it also cost more. So I went with a Panasonic bread machine, and it was about $200. But as much as I have been using a bread machine in the last 6 months, I have my own sourdough starter, and I like making the sourdough bread. Christopher loves it too. I've used that machine a lot in the previous 6 months, so I feel like spending a little extra on a hopefully better quality bread machine that will last. Hopefully it's a good choice. We'll see. If 6 months from now this one breaks too, well, then in that case I'll just buy a cheap one and it'll last as long as it lasts. So anyway, $200 for the bread machine. I also bought a couple more Swedish books to help me hopefully learn Swedish a little bit better. I did buy some gardening supplies because, oh, yeah, I totally forgot to mention that in the beginning. That's another kind of side thing that I have been working on. I finished all my flower boxes that are going to go out here next to the house, and I have started some seedlings in our garage. So this is all a huge experiment for me. This is basically just something I am interested in doing. I am by no means a professional gardener. I'm basically just trying to grow some stuff and seeing what works because I like doing it. I'm not doing this particularly as a money-saving thing. It's more of a hobby thing for me. I just want to be able to grow my own food. And that might be a challenge here because Sweden is cold, so the growing season is short and you need to get your seedlings started early. So yeah, I did get some gardening supplies this month and got some seeds started as of a few days ago. So hopefully they will sprout. I can keep you guys updated on that. If anything actually germinates, we'll see. Like I say, I really don't know what I am doing when it comes to that. This is all just one big experiment to see what works well, if anything. Maybe nothing will work well. We'll find out. I did also get a Netflix trial, and I was annoyed. I didn't realize I was going to have to pay $11 for the trial when I signed up for it. I was basically just looking for one single movie for me and Christopher to watch because he had mentioned he had never seen it. And I was hoping Netflix might have it because it's an old 90s movie, Encino Man. If y'all have ever seen that old comedy. But yeah, I like that movie, and I was hoping they would have it, but they didn't, and they charged me $11 for the trial that I didn't even use. So,
no, we sing the Jews.
Oh well. I did also get a few more aquarium supplies. This was the plants that I talked about in the beginning of the video, and I also had to pay customs for something. Honestly, I cannot remember at all what the customs was that I paid. I know it happened at the beginning of the month because I listed it first here in my notes section. But yeah, now I don't remember what it was. But it wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't like a crazy large amount of money because then I would remember what it was. So it was just something minor, and I was just making a note of what it was in my personal miscellaneous spending here. So in total for the month, despite having that $200 bread machine cost, I still managed to keep my spending under $1,500, which I was super excited about because the bread machine fiasco happened fairly early in the month, and I was afraid having that big purchase. I waited to make the purchase, but I was afraid if I spent that much that I might not hit my $1,500 or less target, but I did, and all is well. So that brings us down to the bottom section here in the budget, which is my fire tracking and portfolio tracking part of the budget. If I can get down there with my gloves. Hold on. This part of the budget is for the channel members only. Now, I recently changed my channel membership here to be the cheapest option that YouTube will allow me to choose, which is 99 cents a month. So if y'all are interested in seeing where my portfolio is at, and what my percentage spending target is for the year, where I'm at, how much I have remaining, if you want to actually look what is in my portfolio, all of that is for channel members only. I just don't like showing it publicly. So if you are a channel member, I will see you over there. I'll go film this right now. Appreciate you watching as always. I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, guys.